Momo the Nurse, a real, scary, true story. You're about to hear a story that was never meant to be told. It's based on real events that took place in a quiet town on the outskirts of Delhi, India. It involves an abandoned hospital, a lost patient, and a nurse known only as Momo. Some say she was never real, others say she never left. But after hearing this story, you'll never look at a hospital the same way again. Anjali was a 24-year-old nursing graduate fresh out of college. She landed a night shift job at an old government hospital, Kalyan General, which had recently reopened after being closed for 7 years. Most of the new staff were freshers like her. Only the supervisor, Sister Thomas, had been there before it shut down. The locals whispered strange things about the hospital, patients going missing, rooms locked forever, and a nurse who died mysteriously during a night shift. The other nurses nervously laughed it off, but Sister Thomas always changed the subject. One night, while doing her rounds, Anjali noticed something strange on the assignment board. Ward 3B was listed, though everyone knew it was sealed off. It had been closed since the fire that took place 7 years ago. No one was assigned there. It was just forgotten. Still, curiosity got the best of her. At 2:35 a.m., she walked toward 3B. The hallway lights flickered as she approached. The door to 3B was ajar. Inside, she saw an old, rusty hospital bed. The smell of antiseptic was strong, fresh. The bed was made. A chart hung at the foot of it. The name read, Momo R., nurse in charge. Later that night, a patient named Mr. Dinesh, admitted for chest pain, started screaming violently. He shouted, "Take her away! I told you I don't want that nurse again!" Anjali rushed in. "Who?" she asked. "That nurse, with the wide eyes and crooked smile. She said she was going to take me home. She said her name was Momo." Anjali's heart dropped. She hadn't told anyone what she saw in 3B. Determined to know the truth, Anjali accessed the hospital's old records. Deep in the archives, she found it. Nurse Momo Rajput, age 32, status deceased, cause of death unknown. She died during her shift in 3B on March 14, 2017. That night, the hospital wing caught fire. Some say she set it herself. Others claim she was already dead before the fire began. But the strange part? Momo's body was never found. Her last logged note in the patient register was, "I'll make sure they never leave me. Not one of them." Every night after that, Anjali had vivid nightmares. Dreams of a woman in a nurse's uniform. Her head tilted unnaturally, her mouth torn at the sides as if smiling too wide. In the dream, Momo whispered, "Come help me, I need your hands." One night, Anjali woke up with scratches down her arms and the faint smell of hospital alcohol in her room. The next incident occurred a week later. A junior nurse, Priya, went missing during her shift. The security footage was disturbing. Priya was seen walking calmly toward Ward 3B. She was smiling, but her eyes looked blank, possessed. They never found her. Only her shoes were discovered outside the ward. Later that night, the words, "Help me," appeared on the break room mirror, written in blood. Anjali decided to confront it. She returned to 3B during her final shift. She brought a crucifix, a flashlight, and a bottle of holy water a local priest had given her. As she stepped inside, the door slammed shut behind her. The room was dark, but the air felt thick. In the corner, she saw her, Momo, her pale face staring from the shadows, her nurse uniform soaked in dried blood. Her voice was a raspy whisper, "Stay, be my hands, forever." The flashlight died. Screams echoed through the hospital. The next morning, Anjali was found unconscious in the hallway outside 3B. She was rushed to the emergency room, her arms bruised, her nails torn as if she had clawed at the walls. She never spoke again. Now she resides in a psychiatric facility in Bhopal. Nurses there say she never sleeps, never blinks, and sometimes she mutters the word Momo. Kalyan General Hospital was closed again in 2024 after multiple disappearances. To this day, if you pass by it at night, people say they see a nurse standing in the third-floor window, smiling, waiting. Some believe Momo was a cursed soul, bound to the place where she died. Others believe she's still working the night shift. So, the next time you're in a hospital and feel someone watching from the hallway, ask yourself, is it just another nurse, or is it Momo, waiting to add your name to her patient list? Anjali had survived, but something inside her had changed. Doctors said she was catatonic, but her eyes told a different story. They were aware, watching. When a nurse tried to change her bed sheets, Anjali grabbed her wrist and whispered her first words in days. "She's not done yet." That night, the nurse who touched her was found in the staff bathroom, drowned in a sink full of bloody water. The only thing written on the mirror above her was, "No one leaves." A week later, power went out across Kalyan General during a rainy night. Only one generator remained active, lighting up one corridor, the one leading to Ward 3B. Security guards heard screams echoing through the halls. When they checked the cameras, they saw a nurse pushing a gurney down the hallway, her face pale, her movements jerky, broken like a puppet. There were no nurses on duty at that time. The figure paused, looked straight into the camera, and smiled. It was Momo. Then flames erupted on screen, but when they rushed to the hallway, there was no fire, no nurse, just the smell of burning flesh. Sister Thomas, the senior-most nurse, finally spoke up. She had been there when the fire happened 7 years ago. She confessed that Nurse Momo was never assigned to Ward 3B. She had locked herself inside with 6 mentally unstable patients. She said Momo believed she could heal them permanently. When the fire was extinguished, all 6 patients were found burned alive, strapped to their beds. But Momo's body was never found. Only her nurse badge remained, half melted, half buried under the rubble. Sister Thomas had hidden a security tape from that night. The footage showed something no one had seen before. Momo injecting herself with something, whispering to the patients. Then turning to the camera and saying, "We'll all be together, forever." Strange incidents followed. Anjali's room was found filled with hospital patient charts, all scrawled with the same name, Momo. Nurses began to act strange, forgetting things, speaking in voices that weren't theirs, drawing symbols in blood. Patients in nearby wards were found muttering chants in perfect unison. "She is the nurse. She is the cure." It became clear. Momo wasn't haunting the hospital anymore. She was taking over. The hospital board decided to shut down Kalyan General once and for all. A final shift was assigned to clear out medical equipment and escort patients to other hospitals. Anjali had vanished from her room that morning. The last staff to see her said she was walking toward Ward 3B, wearing a nurse's uniform. But it wasn't hers. It was Momo's. When the final evacuation began, only 2 staff members made it out. They said the hospital's 3rd floor lit up in flames, but again, there was no physical fire, only smoke and screams. One survivor in tears said, "They're still inside, but they didn't want to be saved." Kalyan General was demolished a month later, but the story doesn't end there. In another hospital 80 kilometers away, a new nurse joined the night shift. Her transfer papers were incomplete. Her name, Momo Rajput. No one thought twice until she disappeared, along with a patient, and a familiar note was found on the hospital wall. New ward, new souls, same nurse.